What up, my Sagittarians? It's your girl Kelly coming at you straight from Boston for the Queen Bee Tarot. This is kind of your end of September, beginning of October monthly. Sagittarius, what is going on here? Like, there is some heavy energy. I was so nosy I had to pull a spread just from the energy I was pulling in. So, I'll kind of give you an idea of that spread. But again, no matter how many times I say this, it seems like every reader goes through this. If it doesn't apply to you, I can't get every single Sagittarius in the world. Right now, I'm getting pretty close. I even have a headache from pulling in so much energy right now. If it applies to you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. It's as simple as that. It's a general reading. I could be picking up on yours or your partner's energy. And I could be picking up on small percentages of people as well as the collective. So right now I'm reading very complex. I'm reading very complex energies. Ever since I've had a concussion, I have had a lot of energy just coming in and being able to kind of focus in on certain people who are asking questions, and it's a little overwhelming. So just kind of try to bear with me. I may jump subjects a lot because that's the energy that I'm literally pulling in. But Sagittarius, what is going on emotionally with you? You guys are a badass fire sign. I sometimes think you're even more badass than us Aries, because we are like the butterfly, the free spirit that's so hard to catch. We have to be in the perfect relationship in order to be tied down. And that's in the loosest sense possible, because we love our freedom. We love to be able to go off and read a book or take a hot bath and take time to ourselves from the person that we're with, and we don't mind giving them that space too. I mean, we're not, well, I guess a collective of Aries is a big partiers, but I myself am not, so I'm usually doing something constructive. I'll be talking with my roommate. I'll be, studying up on a subject that I want to talk with you guys about. I'll be studying planetary alignment, something like that. But in regards to having space, you guys are like the masters of avoiding any type of relationship that kind of binds you and makes you feel like you're not free. You instantly hit escape mode and you guys are gone. You fucking run for the hills. So I'm wondering what's going on with you that you're all up in your emotions over somebody. There's a good collective of you that someone you recently cut out. You really cared about this person. Like, you were willing to be tied down in the, let me rephrase that, because some of y'all got a dirty mind. You're willing to partake in the relationship end of things. That's better. I know where all of your minds went, and no, that's not what I meant. So anyway, I'm wondering what's going on with Sagittarius, that a big collective of you had this really strong emotional thing going on here. There was someone there. I feel a really strong presence of someone that you got close to, someone that you really saw as worthy of settling down, is what I get. I can't speak yet to marriage material, but it's the energy I'm pulling in. I feel like there was someone really close, and now there's just an empty spot, and it's really upsetting you. It just felt like a closeness, and then suddenly that person was gone. And so it feels like you're in a mode where when that happened, it was probably devastating, but every single sign is going through some sort of transition right now. I think yours is learning to change your bad habits. I feel like maybe this person is not right for you, and you're recognizing that, and cutting them out was your way of starting to learn how to cut those bad habits of creating ties to people who aren't good for you. Generally with fire signs, we create bonds with people very easily because we're rambunctious, we're fun, we have that magnetic energy that everybody draws to, so we tend to create relationships with people easily. And I don't mean like relationships, but I mean even friendships we create easily. It doesn't mean those friendships always last, because we're very, very honest, and sometimes that upsets our friends and they go their own way. Or, you know, friends can be deceiving and backstab you. I feel like in this case, like, this person really, really meant something to you, but there's a third party situation, whether it's you or them, like a really sneaky third party situation. And it looks like you or your partner really got tired of defending it. And I got a strong warning. This happens when a strong warning is coming out. I was just flipping cards, and the High Priestess came out and stopped sideways. And it stopped with the Seven of Wands sideways. They both stopped sideways right next to each other. So you're still on the fence. I feel like you've had to, maybe with your family and friends, defend this person's position. And now you're in a position where you've been humiliated or embarrassed, and maybe it's, you know, your family and friends know, or maybe it's something you're trying to hide from them, that this person did end up backstabbing you, hurting you again. I feel like this is someone who's coming back in a karmic circle now. That energy is starting to come in, and it's always a kind of a back and forth, fiery blow up. You've got that fire energy and whoever you're dealing with. But when a fire energy blows up, it's the main energy in the argument. And being that Sagittarius is generally good natured, when you guys blow up, it tends to look really, really bad. I feel like you're showing up in the reverse right now, because with seeing the High Priestess and the Seven of Wands sideways, you're ignoring what you know are red flags. You've ignored them time and time again. This could be someone that is karmic, that you dealt with in the past, in this life, or karmic that you've dealt with in another past life. And you know that it's toxic. It's extremely, and I mean extremely toxic. And that's why I'm so surprised. I'm like, okay, Sagittarius, what's going on here? Generally, you guys don't really get involved, but to see you involved in this level of toxicity kind of shocked me. And I feel like where it shocked me, it also shocked you. You instantly, or they instantly, stopped talking to you immediately. Like, it was like you found out there was a third party involved. There was some sneaky shit going on. There was some sneaky behavior. I felt like you or they caught right in the middle of it. Like, there was no way out. For some of you, I don't think, for some of you, you may have walked in, but I think that's a small collective. For others of you, it was more seeing text messages or emails that were left open. And then I feel like some of you may have gotten in touch with that other person. They weren't aware of you. Maybe you found this person's phone number or got in touch with them somehow, showed up at the same place at the same time. I'm not sure. Something weird there where you made their acquaintance to find out what happened. You found out about it through, like, not social networking, almost like emails or going through text messages, and not even intentionally. Like, maybe an old phone was laying around and you needed to use it. I know that sounds kind of weird, but we all break our phones. Like, I cracked my Note 8. And maybe you were just grabbing it to use it, and there was it, you know, when people generally get a new phone, they don't master reset the old phone, and so it will update when you turn it on with all their accounts. So I feel like it's something like that happened. It updated, and you're seeing emails or maybe, you know, text messages. Some people, I can text from my tablet, so maybe you saw some of that. But there's definitely a warning here, a messenger, and I'm your messenger. I often come in as the Queen of Swords because I very often carry that energy that I can cut people off like that. I'm not saying it's a good trait. I'm not saying that I should be proud of that. And I'm not saying that I'm a role model for that. But when things are bad for me in my life and I'm not feeling loved and I'm not feeling like the situation's good for me and it's getting toxic, I'm out. I don't even think twice. When I get to the point where my feelings are emotionally overwhelming, I'm out. So this is why you're getting me as the messenger. It's letting you know that this is a bad habit. You need to take a step back and think and look at this person. There's truths behind when you step back and you actually look at these red flags. If you're able to get past that block in your mind that you don't want to see bad about this person, no matter how shitty they've treated you, and or you've treated them, and there's some shitty behavior here. So whoever this is needs to get their fucking shit together, because this is nasty. Like, what I'm seeing is just nasty. I feel like there's a huge warning here with not listening to your intuition on things. And I'm your messenger to let you know, hey, stop defending whatever this is. You're on the line with, you've got the high priestess there, but you're not listening to her. You're not listening to that pit of your stomach that's telling you something isn't right. And the reason I feel like something isn't right is I keep getting like a long list of women or men that this person has done this to. Like, you're not the only one going on right now. And the one you ran into isn't the only one going on right now. Like, they're a really bad user. And it shows here, like, right underneath your messenger, you've got the thievery card. So this person is kind of, I feel like with this, what sticks out to me most, and no matter how many times I look at these damn cards, something else shows. What sticks out to me most is that mist there. There's a mist over here. And I feel like this person disappears into the mist, comes back out, and there's someone else. And they go back into the mist, and they come back out, and there's someone else. There's a lot of mental energy that's coming and going in this card that I feel. It is a major issue. And I almost view these swords as different personalities and different personas this person disappears over and comes back out with, like chameleon style. And they tell you absolutely every fucking thing you ever wanted to hear. And they act like the most perfect. Too good to be true, because they are too good to be true. There's not just one third party situation here. You're not the only one, and the other one isn't the only one. Or if this is you doing this, man, Sagittarius, get your shit together. Like, fucking seriously. This behavior is why people are afraid to get in relationships. So if this is you, please take a step back, look at your life, make your decisions, and figure out who you want to be. Because this behavior here is just not acceptable. And it hurts other people. And I know you're all going to be pissed at me, like, you know, oh, she's being a bitch and she's ragging on us. But no, I'm telling you the truth. Do you want to be seen as this person who hurts people? Maybe it's you dipping in and out of people's lives with this. Breaking hearts, leaving a trail of broken hearts. Do you want to be that person? So if it is you, do you really want to be that person leaving a trail of broken hearts, going in and changing chameleon and telling people just what they want to hear to get what you need? Because at the end of that isn't good karma. But if this is your partner that's doing this, it's telling you, stop defending it. Stop defending it. You're standing in defense of somebody who's completely false. And I feel like some of you, maybe this was a best friend. It could be a best friend situation, like a karmic best friend. And maybe they don't treat you so well. It could be a friend that you cut off, and that's why it feels like so close, but yet they're gone, and then it just hurts. Like, I feel like just a lot of hurt right here. But if this is you, this is what you're leaving behind. Like, this is your legacy. This is who you are as a human being, and that's pretty shitty. You know, not for nothing, but a fire sign can call out a fire sign and know that we're speaking truth and we're speaking direct, because that's how we communicate. We don't beat around the bush. We don't sit here and, well, you know, you should really think about being a nicer person. No. Step back, look at your behavior, and look at what you're doing. Like, this is who you are. The chameleon who comes into third-party situations, defends that behavior, breaks hearts, and leaves karma. Do you want to be this person? That's the question. That's the high priestess question to you. Or do you want to step into your higher self, your higher vibration, and get out of situations like this. So your lesson, I feel like, Aries is learning to speak before, or think before they speak. Yeah, of course an Aries would screw that one up. And that's extremely hard for us. Like, we don't know how to think before we speak. We just speak. Or think before we act. That's the hardest part for us. With you, it seems like your lesson is changing your frame of mind on bad habits of either letting these kind of people in your life when you do finally settle, or changing your bad habits and becoming a better legacy than what you're leaving behind, or what you're teaching your children, or what you're teaching other young children around you, or even just your family, your own family. Some of you could be going through this with a family member. Maybe they're not so good to you. Maybe this is how you end up every single time that you deal with them, but you keep dealing with them because that old adage of blood is thicker than water, which is a load of shit. I have friends that have been better family to me than I have family. My roommate is one of them. He's better to me than my own family's been at times. Not all of my family, but he's better to me than my own family. And we have a great friendship. Blood doesn't have to be thicker than water. And that's what you have to remember. So if you're dealing with a family situation, you can step back. Take ownership of the fact that you've been dealing with it and learn to break those bad habits. If this is a person that's continuing to come back into your life, and this is a love interest, this person is just destroying you and leaving you heartbroken. So why? Why continue to keep doing it? And if this is you, take a look at this, because this is not who I would want to be. Especially as such a dynamic fire sign as Sagittarius, and how interesting you guys are. The way you think is so forward, and the way you act is so free and fun. Enjoy that without hurting anyone. Because over here I'm showing that for some of you, this is a love. Oh, there's a card there I didn't even know. Well, there's a love interest. This is karmic. It keeps coming back. And again, you're in defensive mode. You defend this person no matter how badly they treat you. You're defending them. And there's all this back and forth and drama and commotion. And it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Every time they come back, I feel like there's a really negative. Sorry, I've got an asshole outside revving his engine while I'm trying to do this. Not the first time, won't be the last. Please excuse that. I feel like with this, there's almost like it goes beyond a karmic contract and tie. I feel like there was something negative that tied you to someone. And I'm saying that because that independence that you keep trying to gain, it keeps getting pulled out from underneath you, and you find yourself back in this vicious cycle. And it's got you coming up as the High Priestess in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse is not a good person. You've got to think how highly transcendent this person is, and if they're working with an evil intent or a misaligned intent, or misaligned energy that's negative, you don't realize like the consequences you could potentially cause in your own life. You're getting involved with somebody here who's got a line of people that they've broken their heart. Do you want to get back in line? But some of you, I feel like there's that devil card attachment. There's something that keeps bringing you back in. It's not often that I say this, but I feel like there's some voodoo or black magic that keeps dragging you back in. And maybe you aren't aware of it, but you're showing up at your worst, at your absolute worst. I feel like you bring out the worst in each other, and it's extremely toxic. And I feel like at times this gets violent. It could get real violent. Because what I'm seeing is them showing up like this. This is the bottom of your deck. But then on either side of it, I kind of see a king reversed, king of swords reversed, and a king of pentacles reversed. So they're showing up and they're offering you this. Oh. They're offering you this. But really, there's two of them. Like I was saying, this is the card of Gemini. I explain this often. It looks like there's two people, but Gemini stands for the twins. So there's technically three. So what I was saying that I'm getting in is right. There's a decision that needs to be made, and you're stuck making it. It's like you need to take on a new frame of mind about this person. But with the Ace of Wands in reverse, there's no new beginning. There's no action there. You need to take action mentally and start to heal yourself from whatever's going on. Make the decision to get away from this person. Get yourself back in balance, because you're not going to get this new beginning. Speaking of new beginnings, you're not going to get this new beginning with the same frame of mind. This is all about the frame of mind that you have currently and the need to either change it or to look further into it. And where you're upside down, you're stuck. You're stuck and you're looking for a new beginning. The Fool is all about new beginnings and taking chances and embarking on things and being balanced, but there's no action here. You got three aces there. And the Lover's card reversed. You know how strong that is? Telling you, like, you need a new beginning. It's time to let go. And if you don't let go, the universe will force you to let go. And it won't be fun. A lot of you don't realize you're scared of the unknown. But when you hold on to something that isn't for you, you tend to make the ending much worse than it really has to be. And then when you hit your new beginning, you realize, wow, that really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I should have let go a long time ago. Here's the thing. You've got to make that decision for yourself. So either this is your energy or your partner's. But there's a lot of new beginning energy there, but you're not taking action on it. Your frame of mind. It may be showing up here that you want to make a change, but this is the tell-all. You're stuck. You're not making the decision. It's a heavy decision. It doesn't feel good, no. But if you don't get back in balance, that new beginning, and here you go. That new beginning that you want so much isn't going to be there. So some of you may be dealing with, and I hate to say this because I'll chew out an Aries anytime, an Aries male. And I hate to say that, but that's the rush of feeling I just got. Like maybe some of you are dealing with an Aries male, and right now they are in the middle of learning some serious karmic lessons. The way they have my very first reading on here, I reamed out the Aries male for their behavior. So I'm sure that really wasn't popular, but it's not about being popular. It's about getting right. And if you go back to my very first reading, it was Aries and I tore them out. I feel like you're probably dealing with an Aries male, some of you, because right now they are into all kinds of mischief. They are causing all kinds of heartbreak. And they are doing all kinds of messed up shit that's going to earn them some karma in the end. They have decisions to make right now. They need to learn how to act. And they especially need to learn how to speak the truth before they act. Because I'm finding a lot of Aries men that are not being honest and treating people terribly. And it pisses me off. It makes me ashamed to be an Aries because I don't act that way. I have morals and standards, and I'm not saying, hey, I'm better than you. I'm not judging you. What I'm saying is get your shit together. Both of you. But this card right here worries me because the Aries male has been not really learning his lessons so much lately. So if you're involved with that Aries male, and you guys know I don't normally bring up signs, then this makes me a little bit worried. definitely get away from this person, because the Aries male has the ability to become abusive given the wrong upbringing and things like that. And I will say that because I'm an Aries female and I've run into Aries males all the time, and no way. We kill each other, especially with my Leo rising. So if you are dealing with this, they're telling you, like, you got a serious messenger here that, again, to stop communication. Because you're coming in very loving and caring. You're coming in very loving and caring. But again, here's the other, this is the major arcana communication card for me. This tells me when there's a serious problem. This is my minor arcana communication. This is my major. And it seems like you're engulfed. You're pulling in, for me anyway, the Queen of Pentacles energy, which is very calm and loving and very about home and abundance, and very you know, about like having beautiful options in the home, and you know, people always feeling welcome. And I always tell people she reminds me of that energy. She's an earth energy, so she reminds me of that energy of someone cooking an apple pie, or someone always having dinner ready, or food always on the counter for the kids, or, you know, whoever. You're coming in this way, but it's telling you, stop communicating with this person. Like, it couldn't be any more obvious. This is the major arcana messenger flipped over. He was in a rush and he flipped over to tell you, like, this is not a good connection at all. And whatever's going on here, I feel like it's been a long line of abusive. This person, also, you have a slow messenger here that you've been watching all along. They're telling you, you have messengers. I mean, this whole reading, seriously, Sagittarius, is nothing but major arcana, major endings. You've got 1, 2 10s. I mean, you've got court cards everywhere. You've got major arcana everywhere. And you've got warnings all over the place. So the High Priestess being sideways tells me there's a major issue. But when I see 2 of my major communication cards come up saying, like, this needs to stop, this is a problem, like, this is a fucking problem, huge problem, it needs to stop. This message has been going on, and that's you ignoring the High Priestess, ignoring your own intuition. Oh, red flags. No. But slowly they're coming in to show you who they really, truly are. They're this upside down player, or think they're a player, and they're just dragging you through the mud. So if this is someone you're considering getting with, and you have questions about it, you're feeling iffy, now you know. This is a person who's all about keeping options open. There's no offer of real love there. It's more like a, I'll be your friend with benefits, but tell you that you're my girlfriend. That's the type of sleazy energy I'm pulling. And I don't like it. It feels very combative. It feels very warlike. Funny coming from an Aries, ruled by Mars. But it feels very warlike, and it feels like constant argument. It's a constant effort. Like, there's no, you get one happy moment to every 400 fights. That's what it feels like. It's just drawing out your energy, just totally kicking your ass. It's just a fight, no matter what you do. Even your, this is my card for people who are independent, like fiercely independent. They've totally, look at their garden of life, is like maxed out. These are my independent people cards, and you're arguing with that. You're still finding a way to keep those walls up around yourself and put up with it. You need to find a way out of it. And this is like, I couldn't tell you how serious this lesson is. Like, this person is really, really majorly toxic, not just for you, for anyone they come in contact with. And you just happen to be the unlucky one that got them. It came up when I was sitting here pulling in your energy, and it came up major in the cards. Major. There is some hidden information, maybe some legal information about court orders that you don't know about. Women taking out court orders, or men taking out court orders on this person. There's a major past there. There's a really heavy energy. So for those that this applies to, please be careful. Know who you're dealing with. Know who you're dealing with. Search the local PD, because the record is public knowledge. Search your local PDs and the ones around it. Find out who you're dealing with, because you're dealing with someone pretty nasty. So let's see what we can get for our Sagittarius, for maybe you single lovers out there for the beginning of October. I'm sorry I'm late, guys. My healing hasn't been going as great as I would like it to. There were 2 more incidents, shall we say, and it kind of put me behind schedule. So I apologize for not getting out your mid-monthlies completely, but I figured I'd just follow it up and keep going through. You guys have been so wonderful and understanding in this community about the fact that, you know, I just had spinal surgery and it's not been easy. So what do we have for Sagittarius for the beginning of October, end of September 2018? What do we have for our love bugs who are single? Because I'm not going to continue to beat that energy. I'm not. You have seen every message possible, Sagittarius. Every message possible, and you have ignored it. It's time to get out. Ooh. So some of you are, it looks like you guys are coming up strong with the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like some of this, it's pulling in that energy, and some of you may be dealing with a Queen of Pentacles, somebody who's very kind, and maybe somebody that you work with. So, you know, be careful with that. Be careful. Those things don't always go as planned. It's showing me the skill card. And for me, this is kind of the work situation card. It looks like, you know, you were a little bit worried about this person in the beginning. Like there was maybe a little bit of confusion with all these offers around that were empty. But it looks like you're going toward one of my moon cards and trying to see what's behind the nighttime, what goes on in the daytime. And for you, you're kind of coming out of this. You feel satisfied and you want to make this person some sort of offer. They feel like very kind, very open, very kind heart, abundant. They feel like otherworldly to you, because for us, we bounce off the walls. This person, this could be male or female, this person grounds you. It doesn't necessarily have to be Taurus, Virgo, or Libra. Some of you dealing with a Libra. There you go. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you are dealing with a Libra, I guess. Anyway, I don't know where that came from, but it came. So somebody, that message is for you. Whatever. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to be dealing with this sign, because as human creatures, we're amazing. We can pull in all of these energies at one time. We can be emotional. We can be grounded. We can be all of these things. But you seem to be pulling in earth energy for those of you who were looking to make an offer to someone. And like I said, either you're putting in a lot of work and you're clearing up like any misunderstandings, maybe cultural boundaries, any misunderstandings you had, and you're putting in that work. It looks like both of you are doing that, because I see an upstanding offer of love there. Whether it's coming from you to someone else or someone else to you, it's coming. Someone's ready to put in that work with you and kind of clear this up and make it about just you and them. So that is coming. That's exciting. So let's see, what else do we have going on here for are singles. What else do we have? Whoa. Okay. Okay. This is kind of frustrating because you've got another warning here. So this is getting really serious, Sagittarius. You've got a rush messenger, which of course is me again, coming in to be as bold as I fucking possibly can to tell you if you don't change, something is going to. It's going to pull you right out of these sleepless nights. It's going to pull you right away from this person that's not treating you well. I have no idea who that was. Anyway, it's going to pull you away from this person. Divine timing is going to come in and just put an end to it. You've got rush messengers again. Like, I don't want to keep talking about this subject. I'm really done with it. You should be too. After all the things this person has done to you, you're still sticking around and making excuses while I'm doing this reading. But someone else. Either get your shit right, stop showing up in the negative, or this is how you're going to end up. It's quite simple. Stop showing up in the negative. Stop showing up the victim. You are a Sagittarius. Like, stand up and be proud. Get rid of the toxicity. Be who you are. I feel like this person has made you feel less than, like you can't speak your mind. Be who you are. Speak it. Speak the truth. That's what we do. We're fire signs. We don't play. Now, can I please get back to my single Sagittarian reading? I like that one much better. What do we have for the single Sagittarius? Who do we have coming toward them at the end of September, beginning of October? Celebration. So I see some celebration coming. This person wants to go out and do things with you, have fun, maybe take you to do things you haven't done before, take you out of your comfort zone is what I'm seeing here. Is that this isn't a third party. I see this as them trying to take you out of your comfort zone. You're doing things you've never done before. It's intriguing. It's inspiring to you. It's beautiful. It's something that you have not done. So for you, it's for you to have something here that you have not done before. It's amazing. So I feel like this is really like going somewhere good. It's a beautiful connection. It's a beautiful setup. Like, there's nothing better than coming out of your comfort zone and realizing how much you liked what you were doing. Yes. So I mean, you've got that new beginning here. You've got that new beginning here. Yeah. You've got good communication. You've got a good foundation. You've got good work going on here. You're both working on it. You both want the same things. You've both communicated on it, which is impressive. You both want the same things. You know, you're both stepping out of your comfort zone. So maybe it's cultural. Maybe you're trying new things. Maybe they're from a different culture, or they just are adrenaline junkies and have you trying new adrenaline type things. But you're celebrating. You're having fun. You're coming out of this feeling of getting things cleared up and becoming one. There's that offer there. So either you're ready to make it or they are, and it's coming quick. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Take what you can, leave what you can't. I'm sorry, Sagittarius, but you guys can handle my bluntness. And right now, I feel like with that situation, you need someone to kick your ass into gear. This is not a good person. Like I said, search your local police directories and check out cases. Yeah. Find out as much information about this person as you can. Step back and take a good look, because there's a long line of abuse there. And you are not the only one. Okay, so the good news I have is that this week I've had this is my mega deck. This is an extremely powerful deck of gods and titans and goddesses and sirens. I've been shuffling this deck for um, since January, and it hasn't spoken out to read. Generally, I will shuffle a deck until it speaks out to read at least once. Then I know that it's got sufficient energy and I know what its personality is. This deck is so powerful. I can barely get my hands around it. It's so big. I literally have to shuffle it sideways and shuffle it like really well. But it's come out this week and it has to say its piece. It wants to say its piece. So you guys are one of the lucky recipients. It came out for 2 private readings for the Scorpio reading, and it's now coming out for yours. The energy is it plans on sticking around. I guess there's things that you need to hear from the gods, goddesses, titans, sirens. These are major energies here that we're playing with. So if they want to speak to you, it's probably wise that you listen. So we're just going to get them nice and shuffled. For those of you who are single and have that offer going on, I kind of want to hear all about that. So if you're getting that offer, I'm dying to hear about it. Ooh. You're getting that offer or you're making it. Okay, wow. Holy strong energy. Okay. So we're going to start with Hera. She's the commitment card. So you're definitely getting that commitment. Either you are going to be asking someone for it, or they're going to be bringing it to you and offering it to you. It's all about what you want to do with that commitment, the level of commitment, how you see this person, whether it be, just an offer of love, whether it be a friendship, whether it be an engagement, marriage, whatever it is, commitment, big commitment is coming. So when the gods and goddesses and titans and sirens get involved, you're talking major energy. So you have commitment definitely coming your way. And it looks great because with it, we've got he's for support. This is a very supportive card. So this is a person that's going to come into your life and be very supportive of all the things you do. They kind of compliment you, which is why I'm surprised I didn't see any karmic cards. But I feel like if I wasn't being interrupted by that other situation, that I may have probably seen that. But I see in these cards that this person is here to support you in any way that they can. And they love you. They want to protect you. So you've even got Isis here. You've got, the moon here to protect you and make sure that, your heart's not going to get broken. You guys are both taking a risk and putting in, the effort. We do have the destroyer here. We've got Shiva, the destroyer. Shiva is an extremely, extremely toxic energy in a good way. Shiva comes through and destroys all the negativity in your life. Like I said, if you don't want to do it, the universe will do it for you. She will run through your life and destroy it. So you have to rebuild and become the person you're supposed to be if you don't do this shit on your own. This is why I keep telling you, learn the lesson, stay away from the bad connections, away from that devil card energy. Stop creating relationships with people that are horrible for you. If you don't change it, you'll get a little visit and the universe will destroy it for you. And you'll have to rebuild it. And when I say it's not fun, I've been through this like multiple times. Like Aries, touched the same hot stove. Multiple times where afterwards I realized that if I just let go, it would have been easier than having to rebuild my entire life and figure out who I am again. And when I say they take everything, they fucking take everything. So there again is your warning. I do see a good amount of protection here though. This will be done for your own good. You need to spiritually build yourself back up into something that either you're not understanding because you're not getting the lessons, or you're not really aware of how to do it. And maybe this is your lesson with Shiva coming through the destroyer, to learn how to build yourself up to the spiritual way that you want to be. We've got the buffalo white woman. Excuse me, my brain is backwards. White buffalo woman. Of course, that's the one I would mess up, right? Peace. So you've got protection and peace there. You just need to learn how to use it. You've also got altruism. Altruism is a lot about staying real to yourself, remembering the values that you want in a relationship. So during this time, rebuild that altruism. Stay true to yourself. Get some play in there. You've got vast. Remember how to play, how to have fun. Get out of these thick, heavy, miserable relationships. Walk away. And remember to play and have fun. And you can be with someone that you can laugh and have a good time with. They're out there. But you need to stay true to what you want in a relationship. Okay, Sag, that's all I have for you guys this month. I know I tore into you, and I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You guys sometimes need to hear it like we do. Just like Aries. So, that's your girl Kelly coming straight out of Boston from the Queen Bee Tarot. Please leave comments below. Definitely like, share, subscribe, and all the information you need to get in contact with me will be in the box below. So, I'll catch y'all later. Catch you on the flip side.